Hi, Principals Leadership 2. This is week 11 with Mrs. Brown. Our topic this week is House of Cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at our learning concepts and goals for this week. Our learning concepts are teamwork, group dynamics, communication skills, and setting and achieving a goal. The goals for this activity are work as a team using limited resources and no verbal communication, clarifying challenges that can arise even with an obvious group goal in mind, and strengthening nonverbal communication skills. Let's go ahead and take a look at the activity. House of Cards. The object of this activity is to allow the group to focus on how they make decisions to accomplish a goal. It promotes teamwork, the development of communication skills, and discussions on group dynamics. This activity will ask group members to figure out how to use resources and set goals using only nonverbal communication. So you might be thinking, Mrs. Brown, how is this going to work? Well, here's the activity. You are actually going to build a house of cards. Have you ever tried this before? Well, if you have or if you haven't, here's your chance. You are actually going to do this for me. And I don't expect you to build a house of cards that looks like this. More so, I'm going to go back to our cover page like this, where you kind of stack two cards up against each other and then try to build up from there. That is the goal, is to kind of see how big of a house you can actually build. So coming back to this, what do you need? Well, you need a deck of cards. If you don't have a deck of cards, that's okay. I'd recommend just going to your local dollar store and picking up a set. That's a pretty inexpensive way to do this activity. Next, number two is the first thing that I would like you to do is try to do this by yourself, completely 100% by yourself. You can set a time limit of whatever you would like to do, but the next thing that I would like you to do is I would like you to start from scratch and I would like you to ask another person to help you. You can ask one person, you can ask two people, it doesn't matter. You can have as many people as you would like to help you with this activity. This could be your family member or a friend. Try to set yourself a 15-minute time limit from the time you start, and once that 15 minutes is over, just step back and see how far you got. Now, here's the catch. I did mention that it's nonverbal, so no talking. You cannot talk to anybody once you get to this stage of talking um, to somebody else. When you're doing it with yourself, of course, if you want to talk to yourself, that's up to you. But when you get to have a team member join you, you need to have no talking. And I'm doing this because I want to see how it is for you in this type of activity. Okay, the importance of this activity is that a group can do it as a team building opportunity. It allows a member to observe how they use their nonverbal skills and rely on other strategies for communication with others. If you ask them to do this activity, it's always important to follow up with someone and have them share with you what they observed, which is what I'm going to ask you to do. This activity could have a group against another group for the next level of competition and put the pressure on nonverbal abilities. So, if you want to step up and do this expanded activity, I would suggest that you maybe and one of your parents and maybe a parent and another sibling compete against each other. Get two deck of cards and try to do it, set the 15-minute time limit, and see how far you get, even knowing that the pressure's on because you're trying to compete against another group. That's another level to this. So here's your assignment. Take a picture. If you don't have a digital camera, that is okay. But if you do, I would love to see your creation of your house of cards. No point deduction will be applied if you don't capture your image, but I would really like to see it. So next is I would like you to complete a think and write about it. You will see this in Blackboard. As always, if you have any questions or any concerns, just ask me. Thanks and have a great week.